Good morning. My name is Todd Raspberry, and I serve as the Vice President for Philanthropy and External Relations at West Texas A&M University and Executive Director of the West Texas A&M University Foundation. It's my privilege to welcome you to Harrington Academic Hall at the WTAMU Amarillo Center. We chose to be in downtown Amarillo for today's announcement because of Amarillo National Bank's century-long investments in the downtown area and in this academic facility. This building outside the grand lobby is named for A&B, and it is a significant investment in downtown and in this facility and the educational mission at WT. Thank you all for that wonderful gift. By the way, press, that's where we're going to do the interviews post press conference this morning. So Chip will get you out there. We gather together today for an exciting announcement as part of the One West comprehensive fundraising campaign. Today's announcement represents another generous investment by Amarillo National Bank and the Ware family in WT and in the Texas Panhandle. I want to begin by introducing several persons joining us for today's announcements. Our distinguished guests, A&B Bank employees, many of whom are in this room, and those who are joining us via live stream. Thank you for being here. And members of the Ware family. Pat Ware, Vice Chairman of Amarillo National Bank. Savannah Ware Singleton. Tall Ware, Vice President for Commercial Loans at Amarillo National Bank. Join me in thanking the Ware family for being here. Shaylee Ware is also here, and she is a WT alum, and she's sporting her colors today. Thank you for being here. And she has with her James Ware, who happens to be, well, that's the most important thing right there. So he happens to be the youngest of the sixth generation of Wares. I want you to know we would like to begin today recruiting the sixth generation of Wares to come to WT. And we're asking the fifth generation and the fourth generation to help us get them here because we want them. So today we are shamelessly saying, beginning with you, the youngest, we want you at WT, James. And will he be the first Ware to play football, by the way, if he becomes the quarterback? So, we'll take him. Here, James, this is for you. And I'm 100% serious about that sixth generation. We want them at WT. Tell us what it's going to take. Maybe it takes Richard to twist their arms. You'll hear more about the Ware family and the bank and why today's announcement is so important a little later on in the program. I'd like to now introduce members of the One West Campaign Leadership Committee. Jim J. Brewer and Leah McLean, Cheryl and Alex Fairley, Terry and Dyke Rogers, and Sherry and David Schaefer. Let us thank them for their leadership in the campaign. I also want to recognize Paul Engler, who is here today, and he is the namesake for the Paul and Virginia Engler College of Business. Paul, thank you very much for being here today. We have with us members of the WT administration, faculty, staff, and students, as well as members of the WT Foundation Board of Directors. Thank you for joining us for today's announcements as well. I'll now introduce those who will address you in the order that they'll be speaking. Sherry and David Schaefer, co-chairs of the Campaign Leadership Committee. Dr. Walter V. Wendler, 11th President of West Texas A&M University. William Ware, President of Amarillo National Bank and WTAMU Foundation Board member. and Dr. Amjad Abdullah, Dean of the Paul and Virginia College of Business. Thank you for being here and enabling our program today. Great universities share at least three things in common: outstanding faculty who create an exceptional educational experience for students and do research in their respective fields, a compelling vision of identity as an institution of higher education that can lead boldly into the future, and generous philanthropic support from donors. Today it is my privilege and honor to announce, as part of the One West campaign, a gift of $3 million from Amarillo National Bank to name the Amarillo National Bank School of Accounting, Economics, and Finance, and to establish the Ware University Distinguished Professor at West Texas A&M University. More will be said from the speakers about the gift, its impact, and the vision that it helps fulfill. And I would now like to invite forward David and Sherry Schaefer.
Thank you, Todd, and thank you for the gift. West Texas A&M University is the Panhandle's university, and as such is committed through the Long Range Plan, WT 125, from the Panhandle to the world, to serve locally first by addressing the opportunities and issues of the people of our region as a regional research university. Today's announcement of the $3 million gift is part of the fundraising campaign that announced a public goal to raise $125 million to fuel the vision cast in the Long Range Plan WT 125 from the Panhandle to the world. The One West campaign represents the largest and most ambitious fundraising effort ever undertaken across the Texas Panhandle. The One West campaign is comprehensive, which means any philanthropic gift to WT counts in the campaign. We want donors to give to the areas about which they are most passionate. The One West campaign has three funding priorities. Our first priority is people, through support for students and faculty. Our second is programs, both existing and new programs. The third priority is places, to enhance the educational experience and environment for teaching, learning, and living.
You know, we are very, very close to achieving the goal of $125 million, which was publicly announced in September of 2021. Today's gift brings us to 97.76% total of our goal. So thank you. We are close because of you. On behalf of the Campaign Leadership Committee, we want to thank the Ware family and Amarillo National Bank for investing in WT. Your investments go far beyond the university. Your gifts are truly an investment to the people of the Panhandle. Amarillo National Bank and the Ware family are supporting the top two priorities of this campaign: people, through the scholarships that will be developed from this endowment, and the university professorship, and programs by naming the School of Accounting, Economics, and Finance. Thank you very much, Ware family. I want to take a little break from the script and say something really personal here. The group of Wares that is guiding this gift is generational. And as such, your generation is carrying a legacy that was started 3 generations ago. And I am proud to see that legacy continue on, because your generation will help The Texas Panhandle will help Amarillo. It maintains Amarillo National Bank as one of the premier banks in the Texas Panhandle, but more than that, your help keeps Amarillo and the Texas Panhandle alive. And your investment in WT is well appreciated. The growth and continued success of WT is due in part to the university leaders, but they cannot do it alone. The investments of individual donors, foundations, businesses, and the community in general, that support is what makes the university great. We thank all the donors for your generous contributions. To all of the Ware family, you are great stewards of the gifts you've been given. Thank you for including WT in that. Dr. Ware.
David and Sherry, all those that work in the foundation, and I see so many supporters of West Texas A&M University here. It is moving to me. A legacy has been established at the university through major gifts that are changing the nature of the organization. And we will be a positive force in the Texas Panhandle and always appreciative of Panhandle values. They're what make the Panhandle great. It's what makes Amarillo National Bank a great institution. We're thankful for that. Early on when I got here, I had Richard asked me to come and speak. I think it's called the marketing meeting on Wednesday mornings. Is that what it is? Yeah. And he wanted me to speak for a few minutes and talk about what we were thinking about at WT. And I had just landed, basically. I was a few weeks into it, it seems. And I spoke for about 5 minutes, and Richard gave me a check for $500,000. And I said to Richard, I said, if I had known if I'd speak for 5 minutes, I'd get $500,000, I would have talked for 10 minutes or more. But at any rate, I remember that day, and it was just so nice to be in front of people that were committed to the community like the Ware family, and we're thankful for it. William, Pat, Tal, Savannah, I am so grateful for ANB's campaign gift of $3 million. It makes a huge difference. You may be interested to know that today's announcement brings the total lifetime giving to the Ware family of about $5 million, and we're thankful for that, very thankful. And I want you to know, in my opinion, and as much as I appreciate the money, and believe me, we need it, we will use it with great care and the best stewardship of those resources that we can provide. But even more importantly, and as I look around the room, I see people who have built tremendous legacies. And I'd mention some, but I'll certainly leave some out. And that's why I'm not going to do it. Built tremendous legacies. And these gifts that come are seed corn, in my mind, for the future of West Texas A&M University. And they allow us to look ahead with passion about what the future might be for our students and for this place that we all love, West Texas A&M University. And I appreciate that as much as the money. It is exceedingly important to us. I've witnessed again and again in higher education fundraising campaigns, including the current One West campaign. And your gift will serve as a stamp of approval, and others will consider giving to WT because of what you all have done. You're tilling soil here. We're plowing a furrow. By the way, that's the end of my boys in Brooklyn don't learn a lot of agricultural similes or whatever they are. But bottom line is we're tilling a row here, and it's very, very important. As happy as all that makes me, my joy does not compare to Dr. Raspberry's elation with the expectations because of today's announcement. He is charged with me every day to create resources so that we can pursue excellence for the people of the Texas Panhandle, and that's what he's doing, and I'm proud of it and pleased for it, and we couldn't do it without the support of all of you. Paul Engler is here today. I would almost be willing to bet that Paul's historic $80 million gift to the two colleges at WT, Business and Ag, had something to do with the Ware's decision. Generosity begets generosity. Foresight begets foresight. And that's what we need. Naming the Amarillo National Bank School of Accounting, Economics, and Finance in the Paul and Virginia Engler College of Business, we're going to need a long business card to stretch that one out, brings together two outstanding Panhandle families. Both their stories represent people who, by grit, perseverance, rugged individualism, and hard work, built industries that have helped hundreds of thousands of Panhandle residents make a home and a living in this region, and have been committed to it as a distinctive place in the great state of Texas. There's no place like the Panhandle in Texas. As a matter of fact, I think when people in Tokyo or London think of Texas, they don't think of Houston or Dallas. Not really. They think of the Panhandle. That's what they think of, and it's because of people, families, organizations like those represented here today. In 1892, the Ware family began banking in Amarillo, and have done so every year, every day since. William, you're the fifth generation banker in the Ware family. For 5 generations, the Wares have been investing in the families, communities, and businesses of the Panhandle, and now across Texas. When I go to College Station, I like to think of it as our Rome. I go down there and I take pictures of A and B facilities and send them to Richard, and he gets a kick out of that. I'm going to start sending them to William because he'll get a kick out of it too. But there are 3 locations now in College Station, and what they're doing, and College Station needs it. The whole state needs it. They're bringing Panhandle values to that great town and that great university, and that makes them better, and it makes us better too, and I appreciate it. The Ware University Distinguished Professor is near and dear to my heart. That professor can be from any discipline across the campus, and the focus of the professor's applied research will be in the area or aspect of free market economies, and especially how families contribute to the economies. We forget that sometimes. We forget that it's families that generate wealth and then share that back out. The Ware University Distinguished Professor will help embed into the fabric of WT's educational mission the values of the Ware family, which stretch all the way back to B.T. Ware and down to the youngest Ware, baby James Taliaferro Ware, representing the 6th generation of Wares. Again, with sincere gratitude, I thank all of the Ware family and the Amarillo National Bank family for your generous gift and leadership. And thanks to all of you for what you do for West Texas A&M University. We've been on the map, but we're going to be a brighter star now because of what's going on here today. We appreciate that very much. Now, it's my privilege and honor to invite to the podium. You ready? I've been calling him Will. I don't know why. I've been calling him Will. I told him I need to, and he gave me this history on why it's better to call him William. But anyway.
Thank you, Dr. Wendler, for those kind remarks about the regionalism, about the legacy, about the Panhandle values, about our team and your fine university. It's an honor to be a partner, and today is a historic day for our family and our bank. So on behalf of the team, the Ware family, and Amarillo National Bank, we're honored to announce this $3 million gift today. This is our largest single donation to date that our bank has made, and it's important. Because it's one of the most important efforts that's ever happened in the Texas Panhandle. We chose Valentine's Day to announce this gift because We feel that our bank's always been at the heart of Amarillo, and we feel like WT is truly at the heart of the Texas Panhandle. So you'll see the heart-themed balloons, you'll see the hearts around the building, and the day was chosen on purpose. So thank you for that. Todd, it was a cool idea, and it's very fitting for both institutions. So obviously, WT 125, the most ambitious campaign in WT's history, is a big deal to us. And we want to support that in a big way, but now is the time to give to WT. With the campus improvements, the world-class faculty, competitive academics, robust athletics, this is the finest moment in WT's history. We're honored to be part of such an historic time, and we hope it inspires others to give as well. So we've been working with the development office for a couple of years on who to give, how to give, what the gift looks like, and obviously the size of the gift. And so we want to thank a few people for being involved in that process. Of course, scholarships and academic support have been really important to our family, but the majority of our Amarillo and Canyon team has attended or graduated from WT. In fact, everybody in the room, can you raise your hand if you've been to WT? So, we had a number. It was over 70% of our team as graduated or attended classes at WT. So we really appreciate that, and it's very important for recruiting at Amarillo National. My dad actually taught a course for a couple semesters at WT. We never heard how that went. My brother Benj attended WT multiple times for various degree attempts. He didn't make it today, but we really wanted to give him a poke fun at him for that. But he loved his experience at WT. Pat and I both took accounting classes to get promoted at the bank, and Pat went on to take finance and economics in order to go back to business school. So WT was instrumental in that. And then we've been speaking at various classes at WT, including economics, finance, and marketing, and the Econ Club over the last few years, and that's a great way to stay connected to the university. We also chose the Paul and Virginia Engler College of Business because we're impressed with the impact it's making on this area. You can see the results everywhere we go and in all of our customers. So I want to point out some of the people we've worked with, including Dean Abdulat in the past, Associate Dean Robert King, we appreciate him working with us, Dr. Patterson, the Assistant Dean, Dr. Schaefer, Assistant Dean. Obviously, past Dean Neil Terry, who's currently Provost, has been instrumental in our connection over the years, and his wife, Ann Macy, the Edwards Professor of Finance. Dr. Ryan Matson with the Eco Club, he's been so nice to reach out to us and encourage us to speak to his students and ask the tough questions. Professor Anwar in marketing records our speeches, which really makes us feel smarter. And Professor Jim Owens is in the room today, and he got us connected over 15 years ago. So we want to thank all of the people in the business school that have connected us back to WT. Obviously, the development office is one of the real reasons we're here, and Molly Cavanis has been working with our family for years as a dear friend. Dr. Todd Raspberry's been incredibly kind to our family and helpful in guiding us through the gift. Leslie Davis has been wonderful at connecting our family to various people around the university. Matt McComas has helped with these connections as well. And of course, Lisa's been putting these events together, and God, you do things right. Every event we've attended at WT is world class, so thank you all for that. We really appreciate the development office and their efforts. But this gift is truly us following in others' footsteps, and it's been set. The example was set by incredible philanthropists, donors, and supporters of the university before us, and for the Schaefer family, the Bain family, and the Peel family, they were the reason that we stepped up and wanted to give, and I want to thank them for their leadership. It's really cool to see Stanley and David Schaefer at all these events, and to me, they're truly inspirational because they taught us how to pass down giving and legacy through generations. And so we take cues from various philanthropists around the area, and they're definitely ones we've been following. It's amazing to have the development committee here, the steering committee, and the WT Foundation board here today. Serving on those two committees, I've met incredible leaders, incredible business owners, but also incredible philanthropists. You all have taught us how to give and set us up for an incredible future. I want to thank you all for your leadership and your kindness to the region. And last but not least, I want to give Dr. Windler a little credit because of his vision. He is so driven and so energetic, and he has so much passion for this region that he has been thinking about this campaign since the day he landed in Amarillo. He realized WT was primed for growth, for greatness, and this was the perfect time to tap the potential of the Panhandle to improve every aspect of WT. In fact, when he met us, he came down to the bank to meet us. He sat down and we were wearing our 125 pins. The bank had just turned 125 years old. He said, "So you see your pin? See that 125? He said, "We're going to turn 125 in a few years. And I want to raise $125 million by that point." That was the first thing he said. So he had a vision the second he walked into our bank for this campaign. And because of that leadership, we've loved every initiative he's had. We've stood behind him and supported him. And we're grateful to have him at the helm of WT. So thank you so much, Dr. Windler. And so enough talking from me. I want to turn over to Dean Abdullah, who can talk about the impact on the business school. Thank you all. Appreciate it.
Well, good morning, everyone. You know, I was talking to my wife before I came in today, and I wished her happy Valentine's Day. And she said, "Well, Valentine's Day, you should wear something red. And it would be appropriate for me to wear a tie. But today it's all about the blues. So that's why I'm wearing a blue tie. I am delighted to be here today to speak on behalf of my colleagues in the College of Business, the Paul and Virginia Engler College of Business. You can see Mr. Engler is here, and he really invested in us, and that's why we see a lot of investments coming. Let me start by saying how grateful we are to the Ware family and to the Amarillo National Bank for this wonderful gift. Today, we witness the enduring dedications to community that families like the Wares, the Englers, the Schaefers, the Rogers, those wonderful families have made a commitment to continually give to this Panhandle of Texas area. So for that, we thank you very, very much. This investment is the core resources for human development and community enrichment. All of the previous speakers spoke about community and places. Well, I want you to know how passionate we are in the College of Business, the Paul and Virginia Engler College of Business. We are committed to serve in every way. The people remain our greatest resources. To have the largest family-owned bank in the United States, to bestow its name, the School of Accounting and Finance at the Paul and Virginia Engler College of Business, is a point of pride we will cherish. With these distinctions comes the responsibility to exercise prudent stewardship, and for this is my colleagues and I, we will take this very seriously. We have a lot of our colleagues in the back, and I want them to stand up to salute them for all their hard work and their commitment to higher education. Please. You know, William earlier was asking me about my name. Is like, where is the accent, how I pronounce your name? So I was trying to tell him is not to feel too bad about mispronouncing my name. I told him the origin of my name is French because the T is silent. This commitment from the Ware family and the entire Amarillo National Bank community indicates their support to our mission of educations, the college and the university. This gift significantly enhances our ability to invest in faculty, in students who are interested in banking and finance, and strengthen our distinctions as a leading school in accounting and finance and economic. As a point of immense pride and accomplishment, the now Amarillo National Bank School of Accounting, Economic, and Finance is both honored and privileged to have played a key role in education's graduates, who are come from the Panhandle. You take a look around, we have a lot of graduates from WT, and particularly the most prominent graduates of the college, they come from the EAF department. And Amarillo National Bank graduates are here, that's a good indication. Also, I think we have, where is David? David is here, who is a graduate of our of that department. One thing we need to know is when we talk about quality. The now Amarillo National Bank School of Accounting, Economic, and Finance is the home to outstanding faculty who bring with them academic knowledge, rigor, and relevant industry practice. This dedication to quality has led us, for example, our Master of Science in Finance and Economics is ranked #2 for several years by the financial engineers. And also, it's ranked #30 by the US News and World Report as best online business program. Those are indications of how great our school and the EAF department is. Many of the outstanding and accomplished alumni come from the EAF programs. Too many to mention here, but look around, we can see many of the A&B graduates, many of the A&B employees are EAF graduate. William, Pat, Savannah, this gift demonstrates your strong confidence in our students' excellence, the innovations, spirit of our faculty and staff, and the vision and the determinations to make the EAF programs among the best programs in the state and in the nation. The generosity and the kindness shown by the Ware family and Amarillo National Bank are shining examples of how leaders in the business community constantly value, appreciate, and support the missions of the university and the college. The Ware family, please accept my heartfelt gratitude for this gift. It gives me great pleasure to attest directly to the positive result of such support. Our mission is to improve and enhance the lives of students and their families, whose future now is very brightened. Today, we celebrate your investment in the future of the Texas Panhandle. And for that, thank you, the Ware family, and thank you, Amarillo National Bank family. Thank you.
Pat, there's a myth that goes around Amarillo you may not know, but that you are one of the main number crunchers at the bank. I was trying to do this in my head. There are a lot of people who haven't taken a course or got a degree from WT. We'd like to get them enrolled this spring for next fall. So it's not too late to get another degree, please. And the numbers didn't look too bad when I were doing them in my head. I want to thank our Spirit Squad and Bucky for being here today as well. Thank you very much. Thank each of you for coming. That concludes our formal press conference today. And media, Chip Chandler is somewhere very close who will escort you outside so you can get your interviews. Thank you all again very much for participating.